in process testing, right? Like you did in tablet, like you did in hard capsule manufacturing. Okay, in the similar manner, you do in soft gel manufacturing technique also. What was done as IPQC in hard gelatin? You did disintegration. If you remember my lecture that was taken on Monday, you did disintegration, then you did weight variation. Okay, these were the two important steps that you did in hard gelatin IPQC. What are the IPQC that you do for soft gelatin? The first thing that you determine is the ribbon thickness. Ribbon thickness is very, very important, right? So the first thing that you determine is the ribbon thickness, whether the proper ribbon thickness has been achieved or not. So when it is once it is coming out, okay, so the whatever the blank ribbon, that neck that is coming out on that net, okay, you can check what is the thickness of that net, and you can determine what is the ribbon thickness and whether the required ribbon thickness has been achieved or not. If the required ribbon thickness has not been achieved, then what you are going to do is, whatever was the spreader was spreading the material, so you are going to increase the amount of material that is getting spreaded from the spreader onto the cooling rolls, and the movement of cooling rolls also you are going to make it slow. So if you do that, so if the amount of material that is coming down is increased, and the machine is rotating, the rollers, the cooling drum is rotating at the slow speed, then automatically your ribbon thickness is going to increase. Okay, so you are going to check whether the proper ribbon thickness has been achieved or not. The second thing that you are going to detect is the soft gel seal thickness. So this soft gelatin capsule is getting sealed, isn't it? It is getting sealed. So what is the thickness of this sealing that you are going to check? Usually the acceptable thickness is 1/2, that is half or 2/3 of the ribbon thickness. So whatever is the ribbon thickness, uska half should be the sealing thickness. Okay. The next thing that you are going to check is the weight uniformity, right? In weight uniformity, the only thing it differs. If you take weight uniformity in case of tablet, you are taking 20 tablets and you are taking the average and you are calculating. In case of capsules, hard gelatin capsules, you are doing the same. In case of soft gelatin capsules, what you do is, okay, how you carry out is, you take the capsule, okay, and then just 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah. So you in this, what you do is, you take a capsule, you weigh this capsule totally. After weighing this capsule, you puncture this capsule. After puncturing this capsule, you remove or you cut this capsule. You remove all the contents from it, right? All the contents from it are removed. Now you get empty capsule gelatin shell. This empty capsule gelatin shell is again weighed. So you have W1, that is weight of the filled capsule. You have W2, that is the weight of empty capsule. Okay, only the shell you have, the weight of the shell. You subtract W1 from W2, what you get is the weight of the material that is filled inside it. So that you get over here. Are you understanding? And this material is now further evaluated for the weight variation test. Am I clear to tell you the difference? Have you understood this weight variation test, how you carry out? Just to repeat it once again to you, you take first the capsule, right? This soft gelatin capsules, you are going to put on the weighing machine. You are going to find out the weight, which is going to be W1. Okay, this is going to be W1. Now what you are going to do is, you are going to cut this capsule. Okay, so this is the open capsule. Let me put it in this way. This is the open capsule, only the capsule shell. This is the capsule shell. Material you have removed from it. Okay, and then you are going to again weight and you are going to find out W2. You are going to do W1 minus W2. Supposing this weight was, just for an example, this weight was 2 gram. Sorry, say 2 milligram. Okay, or 20 milligram. Let's put it as 20 milligram. The weight was 20 milligram. Now you have cut open this, right? And you have taken the shell, and weight of the shell is say 10 milligrams. Just for an example, the weight is 10 milligram. So what is the weight of the active ingredient? 20 milligrams minus 10 milligrams. So the amount of material that is filled inside it is 10 milligram. Okay, like this you are going to take 20 readings, and then you are going to, after taking this 20 readings, what you are going to do is you are going to find out the average weight, and then you are going to do the further calculations. Okay, got it? So this is how you find out the weight variation. This is how you perform the weight variation test. The next test that you perform is the disintegration test. Okay, it is similar to what you carry out in case of your tablet or in case of your hard gelatin capsules. The next test that you carry out is the soft gel moisture level. So what is the moisture level inside the soft shell? It is also very important. It is determined by toluene distillation method. Okay, whereby the distillation is carried out for a period of near about 1 hour, and the distillate is collected, right? And you can remove additional water by further dry heating it to 40 degrees Celsius, right? Though it is not practical, but this kind of tests have been carried out in order to perform the toluene distillation test. Toluene distillation method you must have already been done. Okay, this is the equipment for toluene distillation test. It consists of a round blossom flask. It consists of a what you call that? It consists of a graduated receiving tube. So this is the receiving tube. It consists of, and it also consists of a reflex condenser, right? And then what you carry out is you carry out distillation, and the amount that is getting removed is collected over here, and then you decide how much amount has been removed. That gives you the moisture level that is present inside the soft gel. Okay, so you determine the moisture level inside the soft gel with the help of toluene distillation method. Okay. Finally, once the capsule is totally been manufactured, then the next thing that you carry out is, this was in process quality control test. Now the place, and finally now they are ready for packing, and they are already been packed also. After packing, what you are going to do is you are going to find out the finished product testing. In that, what you are going to find out, you are going to find what all tests you are going to perform. You are going to perform capsule appearance test. You are going to perform uniformity of weight, which I told you, right? W2 minus W1, that method you are going to use. You are going to find out the uniformity of weight, which we call it as weight variation test, that you are going to perform. You are going to perform uniformity of content, that is content uniformity test. What is the amount of active ingredient that is present inside that capsule that you are going to determine? So you have capsule, you have material that is filled inside the capsule. So you have material that is filled inside the capsule, and this material consists of what? It consists of some active ingredient. So some active ingredient is also present inside it. So what is the quantity of active ingredient that is present over here? That has been decided by the assay. So you carry out the assay, and you find out the percentage of active ingredient that is present inside it. The next test that you carry out is the disintegration test. Okay, so you carry out the disintegration test. The disintegration test is similar. The limits, the standards, etc. are similar of capsules, of tablets, and of what you call it, this thing. They are very similar. The only thing is over here, even in case of tablets, what you do is you take the disc. You have the disintegration disc. आपको मालूम है एक disc होती है आपके पास. Okay, this disc is used in order to put this capsule to submerge this capsule inside this tube. Okay, so this disc has been used for the disintegration test, and then you carry out the dissolution test. Again, the limits and standard for disintegration test and dissolution test are same. The standards for uniformity of weight is different, which I told you earlier only. Okay, so it is below 300 milligram, okay, and it is above 300 milligram, right? Like in tablets, you have what? You have between 10 you have between 0 to 80, between 80 to 250, and between 250 and above. Okay, these are the three things that you have in case of tablet. In case of capsule, you have below 300 milligram and you have 300 and above 300 milligram.